need to finish. I say, okay, come, let's talk. We finish talking. Hopefully he can finish the project. But this is a country where, so you finish, so what? Is there anybody in the Ministry of Science and Technology or somewhere else ready? Is there a place where you can say there is an institution incubating the intelligence and the talent of young people and ready to deploy them to other places? This place is a talent killer. It is. And you cannot treat young people like this and think you have a future. It's not possible. So the contestation, the gyration, the volatility will persist. We may conduct elections. We'll go through the motions. But we're not expecting, because the people that have the mental capacity, because this is the only country where, ask yourself, what are the qualifications that people bring to the table? Papers are the last thing. So people are coming, just like you rightly say, we want to be president because it's our right, it's our turn. But it's not our turn to do good. It's our turn to make up for the marginalization of our people. So when you hear me, and the things I've said against this president are true, and I've stood by them. I have a lot of respect for him. But he has been a disaster in the area of managing diversity, and the blatant nepotism is not acceptable. It's morally reprehensible. And I only stand to be corrected. It's not a question of, are the things I'm saying true or not true? Because I'm insisting that whoever becomes president of Nigeria today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, they will hear from me if they're not doing the right thing. So it's got nothing personal, because I'm saying I have seen where people have managed diversity well. I have seen why is it that now, after France won the World Cup, is there any football team now in the world that you don't see black people? Even the World Cup, Germany had to put in a black man at the last minute. So even with the racism, okay, who is talking about Oyibo person? Look at, you should have congratulated me because I'm an Arsenal supporter. Okay, you should have congratulated. I know you are jealous.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But the young man who scored the goal yesterday, is it Daniel? Well, is anybody thinking of his skin color? For one moment you lose sense of color. They may be racist. But what are the results? So if we do not aspire to create a country where we are blind to the sins of the flesh, and the sins of the flesh are what produce ethnicity, this toxicity that you define somebody standing before you not as a child of God, but you define somebody not because of his capacity, but you give him a front seat because you speak the same language, because he's from your town, because you worship in the same mosque or the same church. At that point, we're not serving God. So for me, these are the issues, nothing personal.
Bishop Kukah, do you fear at any point for your safety? Because there are people who will go beyond having arguments with you. There are those who go beyond issuing rebuttals, as we have seen with a few cases in Nigeria. Do you sometimes look at yourself, or do close relatives of yours speak to you and say, Bishop, we still need you around?
Look, when people talk about fear, I ask myself, so fear of what? Really, truly, fear of what?
Death.
The only thing I'm afraid of is to break the law. That's what I'm afraid of, and I live with it every day. And the only thing that can give me a sense of fear is that I've broken the law. Short of breaking the law, I will fear a human being, or fear what? I've not abused anybody. Even my worst critics will concede that I have never insulted anybody. But what is even more important to me, and for me, it's a sense of validation. So when people talk to me about fear, I don't know what they're talking about, because for me, the only fear I have is a fear that this country might go under. And it's a fear that is genuine, but we must do everything humanly possible to avert what is clearly a looming disaster. Because we can do better than this. And I know that the percentage of those who want this country to sink, probably less than 5% or 3%. So over 90% of ordinary Nigerians just want to be left to do. They're not. I think we have oversubscribed in terms of what government has the capacity to do. Because beyond electing a man from your village, after the election, you won't see him again. And there is nothing to suggest that the people from the president's town are necessarily benefiting more than other people, except of recent, where some people have on their own carried projects to Daura. And I'm not sure the president himself necessarily asked them to do that. But short of that, we're still struggling to get to Mina. Mina has given us 2 former heads of state. If you go to Jonathan's hometown, it's not as if you can drive with your eyes closed. Okay, if you go to, I've been to Shagari, where President Shagari came from. And I've not been to Obasanjo's hometown, but when I met Obasanjo first time, he was talking to me, he said to me, I swear, I'm sure your village is better than my own. But things may have changed now. But I'm just saying that let's look for the government to create a space that all of us can flower in. Because government can never employ everybody. 99%